Blueheart is an app that looks at helping you to improve your sexual relationship with your partner. Now, I know that this can be a bit of a touchy subject, especially with couples that may have been distant from each other for a fair period of time. And how are they going to achieve this level of conversation, this difficult conversation, through an app? Will it be effective at solving these issues that can spring up in this day and age where everybody's so busy, everybody touches a lot less, and we're all a lot less present? And so don't think that the irony that this app on your phone is just aiming to solve this problem is lost on me, because you're trying to stay more present and stay with your partner while you're listening or doing stuff on your phone. So it's that little juggling thing. But let's take a look and explore Blueheart. Okay, so when we boot up Blueheart, we come to our little home screen. So here we've got today's session, what we're up to with this, me and my partner, and you've got the upcoming sessions for the week. Now, with extra support too, you can book a call with one of their online therapists. So I love that little feature as well. If you need any more support or you have a unique situation where you need that little bit of extra stuff, you can call someone and have them ring you back and do a bit of an online or over the phone therapy session. Not a lot here. You've got your accounts, your partner's accounts, because this app actually lets you share this account with your partner. So you're able to keep up and do the same things, and they're able to go through the same thing for just the one payment. You can change a plan here as well, 6 months. You can restore an existing subscription as well. Now you can get regular session reminders and daily advice reminders on there. You can unlink your partner account in case something does happen and stuff goes south. You can email them and all the rest of your normal settings. But if you go over to your plan, you can go through everything that you will be going through in the app itself, all the way up to number 18, where you're expressing yourself, talking, and staying connected. Then you've got your journal, all the reflections that you've done with the exercises. You can track how many exercises you've done and explore other little stories. So what do you like to spend money on most? You can share that with your partner or just share it for yourself. You've got other little stories of other couples in there as well. And I'm sure that as this app gets older, a lot more is going to be coming in to this part. But let's, for instance, go here. So as you click on any sort of lesson, it will tell you that you're doing it clothed, you can do it anywhere, and you're doing it solo. So this one, you don't need your partner. And as we start, you've got...
Hi there.
This.
And welcome. We all know that there are never enough hours in the day to do all the things we want to do.
So from here, you can plus, minus 10 seconds, you can change your speed. Now the only thing I don't like about the speed thing here is that it only goes one way. So you go from 1 times to 1.25, 1.5 to 2, then back to 0.75. So if you accidentally touch it and you want to slow it down, you've got to go all the way back through. But it's only a very, very minor little thing. And you've got your closed caption, so in case you want to read it rather than listen to it, you've got the whole session just there.
All of our grand plans to read more and learn the piano and of getting in the way. When it comes to therapy, things get even more complicated because change is really hard, even when we know it's good for us, especially when we know it's good for us.
You know who your narrator is for each one, and they're always very clear. So even just playing out of the phone speakers, you can easily understand everything that they're saying. And they take little to no time to load up as well because they're just that audio. So we go another one, clothed anywhere together. So this one is one of the little exercises. Do you feel like you build a habit of using the app? And these are just introducing those little talking points for you and your partner. And then as you finish, you'll get a little reflection piece. Where are some of the things that get in the way? Work. Let's just say, things I do every day without fail are shower. Things that can happen to me every day without fail, work as well. And what habit stacks do you think you could create? So they give you little reflection things to think
Hi
about.
there.
How is my life changing for the better? How can I better understand or be part of my partnership? So as you go through, they get more intimate, more in detail. The first lot talks about a lot about low libido or sex drive and things that might be getting in the way of your sex life. And then it just allows you to open up that conversation with your partner, allows you to sit there and be present with your partner as well, like the 3-minute game, for instance. Clove living room together, but it's just about you spending time
Hi
with
there.
your partner, listening
Welcome
to
back
the
to the 3
instructions,
minute game.
and then debriefing with your partner as well. So a lot of these then become little clothing to get in the bedroom and together, and you get an idea of how long it's going to take too with the little bit up the top. So 30 minutes for that one, 10 minutes for that one, and so on and so forth, all the way through to the 18th one. And that is about it for the app itself. All the features are in there and they're very good. So it's all very intuitive, very easy to get through, all big buttons and everything as well, so you know how to get out of a session if you don't want to be in there. Wonderfully presented, wonderfully paced as well. And you can always go back and do a lesson or a session again. And from the outskirts of it, going through that, and even going through some of the starting ones, it looks like they're going to touch on all bases. They're going to cover all bases of why, how, and when even, of what might be causing this low sex drive or just that miscommunication in being able to reconnect with your partner. So it seems like they've put a lot of detail into it. These guys seem to have a lot of experience in this field. It seems like they've got expert knowledge in that as well. So it seems as though, even though these are touchy subjects, it approaches it in a very open and invites communication. One, with yourself, and two, with your partner as well, as to what's happening and why it might be happening and what you can do about it as well as then leading you into more intimate, more inviting and exploratory territory. So now I'm going to get my wife to talk about her experience with the app as well. Okay, so now I'm joined by my lovely wife, Amy. So we've gone through a few of the exercises together. How did you find it?
It was very good to open up conversation about touch, more obviously. Yeah, more so, giving, receiving. I suppose it was very, to even open up about how you wanted to be touched, even just your hands, face, like actually communicating with your partner, how you wanted to receive was something new for us, I guess. Because we never really have had to talk about too much about it in the past. It sort of just worked, so it was something different to open up about.
Yeah, so you've been enjoying that?
I have.
Yeah, good. So what about the other exercises, the ones where you or they have the little things to spur on a conversation around about the relationship?
They've been very good to open up and communicate with, to talk about, like finding people, what attracted you to someone, how's the relationship going, what's changed. They're probably questions we don't ask ourselves too much along the process of what has changed. So it's been very good to reflect on where we've started and where we are. 10 years is a long time. And obviously everything doesn't stay the same from the start.
Yeah, no, and that's a big part of it too. I think we're pretty well completely different people to when we first met. Alright, I'll ask you one more little thing. If you feel if we went through and continued this, even some of the little lectures just by ourselves and then coming together for those exercises, how do you think it would change our relationship? If at all.
Oh, definitely improve it. That's for sure, to open up. Not that we don't communicate, it's probably more, as I said, we haven't really done a lot of reflection on that.
Yeah. Yep. It's
Yeah.
okay, you can say sex or...
Oh, can
Yeah.
I? Yeah, so we haven't really spoken about it too much in that sense, and it's just sort of happened. So it's quite nice to open up the doorway and talk about what you do, don't like, and to explore those avenues, as most couples should be talking about.
Yeah, because I think it is like a part of a healthy relationship. Obviously not the focus of it, and I think they go through that in one of the early ones, that when it's bad, or when the relationship's bad and the touch isn't there and stuff, it's a big focus. But when it's good, it's only a little percentage of it, and everything else improves as well alongside that. Which I can see that happening. I guess, the biggest one for me is that, that touch and just that little gentle, actually stopping and being in the moment with you on that as well. Most of the time, we cuddle, we do whatever on the couch, or just as we're going to fall asleep or whatever. So we are very affectionate, but there's always something else going on, or we're doing something, or we're about to go to bed.
Or I'll be cooking and you like to do these ones.
Yes.
So it was nice to have a non-sexual touch as well, to sort of start those barriers as well. Not to start those barriers, to break down those little bit as well. And as you said, to stop and focus, like the head massage one, or the head touching. I think it was halfway through my 3 minutes and sort of stopped thinking of, oh, where are my hands going to go? What am I going to do? And
Yeah.
sort of just started feeling and got more out of the head and into the touching moment.
Yep.
Which was quite nice.
And yeah, I found a similar sort of thing. 3 minutes when you're doing just something like that feels like a long time. And a lot of things do come into your head like, oh, geez, this is a long time. Or is she even liking this? Or
my hands are sweaty.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, let alone what's happening there, let alone what's happening when you're getting more intimate, or, you know, you're trying to fit those intimate moments into a full packed day. So I believe, yeah, I think it worked quite well. And being able to just slow down and just focus on us rather than whatever we're supposed to be doing that day, or
making that time for ourselves.
yes. Yes, I believe that's very important, and I think it's very beneficial. Anything else you want to say about that?
No, I think it's quite beneficial and very good to start that conversation and get back in touch with yourself and also your partner. Biggest thing is to be open with it all instead of, Rob obviously does massage, so for me it was very intimidating. I felt like he knows how to touch a lot better than myself, so bringing that up with you and saying I felt like an awkward axolotl trying to touch him everywhere. You know, and then just to have that conversation flow with Rob that he doesn't know what he's doing just as much as me. To me it doesn't feel like that. It's just maybe it's your confidence in it, or I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
And then that even just sparks a conversation in itself to explore that a bit further.
Yeah, because as you're saying that, like, I don't care how you're touching me sort of thing. I just care that, I mean, obviously, if it feels good, it feels good. Yeah, it's more just you taking the time to actually touch me as well. Not that you don't normally, but yeah, what I'm saying there is I just appreciate you touching me. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your little input, Muffins.
No worries, you're welcome.
So there we have it from a female and a couple perspective. We both thought the app was very good, very clear, and everything was very good with it as well. And the touch exercises are very less about intimidation, but very much like 3 minutes is like that border point, I found. If it was 5 minutes, it might be a little bit just too long of one person touching one person and not talking and not getting distracted. So however they've managed to come up with a 3 minute bit is very good, at least for a start as well. As you get into it, I'm sure session goes for longer and whatever else. But as with all of these type of apps, it's going to come down to how much you put into it and how much effort you put into it as well. For the price of about $120 for 6 months, how much are you going to use it? And here is my biggest gripe with the thing. Amy, she's here at the moment, but she goes away for a week at a time. And then when she comes back, we might not even have that much time together because I'm still working during that week that she's back as well. So there isn't a lot of time for us to actually just sit down and do that, because of course she's got other people to see during that week, friends and family, and other commitments as well. I might not be here at night when she's ready to do it, and she might go to bed before me and all that other sort of stuff as well. So it is about being able to create that time as well for it. Some people just don't have it. We've been very fortunate in that we have, at least on the weekends, been able to create that time and do it as well. But if you're going to spend $120 on this thing, you want to make sure that you create that time. So just a word of warning there as well, that you want the time to be able to actually sit there with your partner to be able to go through some of these exercises. And on the other hand, $120 for a therapy session is pretty substandard with these types of couple relationship counselling therapy sessions. So you've got $120 for 6 months worth of beautiful, well put, well thought out information, whereas that could just be an hour session gone for that same price. So it's well worth weighing up the pros and cons there for you as well. But other than that, I found this app very good. I loved going through it. It's given me, even though our relationship isn't too bad, it's given me plenty of aha moments and insights into what may be happening for other people as well. And even, past issues, it's given me that aha moment for what might have triggered that or what might have led up to that trigger. So all up, I would give Blueheart an 8 out of 10. It seems to be made by real therapists who know their stuff. Now, if the narrator's a therapist or not, I'm not too sure. But the way they deliver the material is really good as well. Really well thought out, like exceptionally paced, and it's always clear on what they want you to achieve, or what they want to get the point across to you is. So I believe if you are experiencing intimacy issues or just a lack of communication or connection with your partner, maybe give this app a bit of a go. It is well worth checking out for you and your partner. And even if you are apart at various times, like we are, you can share that link with your partner as well, which I do like. So you're both paying the one fee for the two apps running at the same time. But anyway, guys, that is my review of Blueheart. What are your thoughts on this? How's your relationship? How do you think this would help your relationship as well? Leave us a comment down below on what your thoughts of the app are. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel because it really helps us out. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. I will see you in the next one.